TikTok makes a comeback in US app stores. After a dramatic 26-day absence, TikTok is back in action. The popular video sharing app has returned to both the iOS App Store and Google Play Store, much to the delight of its millions of users. This comeback follows a letter from U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi, which assured Apple and Google that they wouldn't face fines for hosting the app. Bloomberg was the first to break this exciting news. Google has confirmed the return of TikTok, although they haven't provided much detail on the reasoning behind it. Meanwhile, Apple, TikTok, and the Department of Justice have yet to comment on the situation. It's worth noting that Bondi was just sworn into office last week, adding a fresh twist to the unfolding drama. The past few weeks have been quite a roller coaster for TikTok. The app vanished from US app stores on January 19, just hours before the ban was set to take effect, leaving users in a lurch. However, TikTok sprang back to life later that same day after its executives received assurances from then-President-elect Donald Trump, who promised to give them more time to work things out. If you were one of the lucky ones who had the app installed, you could still use it without any hiccups that afternoon. Once Trump took office on January 20, he signed an executive order that effectively gave TikTok a lifeline. The order instructed the Attorney General not to enforce the ban for 75 days, allowing the administration to figure out the best way forward. Despite this reprieve, Google and Apple kept TikTok out of their app stores, meaning new users were left in the dark. The law behind the ban, known as the Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary-Controlled Applications Act, PAFACA, prohibits American tech companies from distributing or updating apps owned by ByteDance, TikTok's parent company. This law also put a halt to a dozen other popular apps, including Lemonade and CapCut, which were also unavailable for download during this period. While TikTok was MIA, users searching for it on the iOS App Store were met with a message stating, "TikTok and other ByteDance apps are not available in the country or region you're in." A link directed them to a lengthy explanation about the ban, leaving many feeling frustrated. The Google Play Store wasn't any better, displaying a message that downloads were paused due to current US legal requirements. As a result, some competing apps saw a surge in usage as users sought alternatives. PAFACA allows the president to extend the ban on TikTok by an additional 90 days if he can certify to Congress that significant progress has been made toward a deal to sell the app to a non-Chinese company. Just before taking office, Trump suggested that the US could potentially own 50% of TikTok, although the details were vague. Recently, he appointed Vice President J.D. Vance to lead negotiations between ByteDance and potential buyers, with Oracle and a group of investors reportedly in the mix. Before Trump's administration, other bidders had emerged, including billionaire Frank McCourt and AI startup Perplexity, but ByteDance has remained tight-lipped about any willingness to sell. The future of TikTok, especially its beloved algorithm, remains uncertain, and it's unclear what the app would look like without it. In a recent press conference, Trump expressed optimism about concluding the deal before the 75-day reprieve expires in April, but he also mentioned being open to extending the deadline. "We have a lot of people interested in TikTok, and I hope to be able to make a deal," he stated. "We'll probably have to get approval from China to do it, but it's to their benefit too." Despite the app's return, PAFACA is still in effect, meaning TikTok could face another ban if it doesn't divest from ByteDance by the time the extension runs out. Some Republican senators have voiced their opposition to extending the timeline, arguing that the law should be enforced as it stands. As the situation continues to evolve, TikTok's future hangs in the balance, and users are eagerly watching to see what happens next.